Where do you to? This is your boy Sheriff Stilinski. I want to talk to you guys tonight about the episode of Teen Wolf, Season 6, Episode 2, Superposition, and man, did we get some of that tonight. Oh man, this episode had a lot of big what the fucks as far as, for example, one of the first big scenes. You see Mason and Corey in the library, and then all of a sudden they realize that one of their beloved students leaves. His name by the name of Jake guy by the name of Jake Sullivan was in Liam's Spanish class and in physics. And for some odd reason, these ghost riders keep just popping up out of nowhere. And it turns out Corey's invisibility abilities have the ability to actually see other people within that other invisible realm or whatever, so to speak. And so really, I guess now they're finally beginning to put the pieces together as to how to see and remember who the fuck has been erased from reality. For example, but our beloved Stiles is gone because, as you remember out the first episode, he was taken by the writers, the Wild Hunt. And so really they began to start remembering and going, wait a minute. Wasn't there someone here, or isn't this person supposed to be here and stuff like that? You see Scott, messing with Scott's locker. You see Lydia seeing people. You see Lydia seeing people. Scott ending up in the woods where him and Stiles first witnessed the dead body and was introduced to Derek Hale and his family, and the night in which Scott was turned into a supernatural werewolf. And then you also hear Lydia hearing a train go by, and then also you even notice that Malia, you see her having sex with this one guy, and then her being the big spoon, where the guy's a little spoon, and you see he looks over and sees those chains and and restrictors, and he's wondering, and that right there is just like it's all recollection of Stiles, because those are all pivotal moments in which whenever the full moon happens, she goes berserk, as we all know, with werewolves and stuff like that. And we even see Liam actually, him and Corey don't may finally make amends after realizing that, when Theo was here, you didn't really help. You just hid. Now it's true. They make amends, and they realize, you know what? Did you see that? They realized that Jake's library card was there, but then it wasn't. And they found out that superposition is where, something is there, but you don't see it. It's all supernatural in regards to that. And it turns out Deaton actually says, the subconscious has a way of helping us remember things. Like for example, a veteran who's an amputee actually loses a limb, recalls having the limb, you know, because the body realizes that the part is so vital and so important. And at the end of the episode, you see Lydia write down the word mischief multiple times to make out the name Stiles. And she's like, "What the hell is a Stiles?" And now I believe they're beginning to crack the code into figuring out how to get him back and remembering who he is. And really one weird thing that really struck me is seeing Sheriff Stilinski's wife, because I wasn't sure if that was Lydia's mom or his actual wife being alive. Because you remember the Wild Hunt, they erase people from reality. So my thing is, with Styles erased, that brings yes, yeah, that would make sense. So with Styles not being in the picture, Sheriff Stilinski has a wife, Styles' mother. But even when Parrish brought him up, he said, "Hey, oh yeah, by the way, your wife's in your office was lunch." He said, and you hear Sheriff Stilinski go, "My wife," and then that really threw me too, because again, this whole thing has to do with memory. People remember that it has to do with memory, and it really throws me off of a loop too, because I was like, wow, so we finally get to see Styles' mother, because we would always you hear of her here and there throughout the seasons, and now we finally get to see her, and she's a very beautiful woman, might I add. And so, really, I'm really looking forward to next week's episode, because we finally get to see them finally put their heads together and realize, hey, we can remember this guy now. Who the hell is Stiles? And it really is something, man. I cannot wait for it, man. It really makes you sad that to see this show go, because it really packs a punch when it comes to excitement, suspense, and thriller. And they're the king of that. Let's be real. But possibly they'll probably be doing some movies for Teen Wolf as well. Maybe, who knows? But I love this episode. I love this damn series from top to bottom. But this is your boy Sheriff Stilinski. That's the end of my review. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment on what you guys think about this video. Comment what you guys think about my other videos too. And just tell me guys what you guys think of this video and what do you guys think of the episode in the comment section below, man. I love y'all for day one. I love y'all. One love.